The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the most storied franchises in NBA history. They are known for being an elite winning franchise. However, these last few years, the team has been terrible, setting the team all-time loss record 2 years in a row. We look at the critical decisions that led to the Lakers' downfall. Here are 7 decisions that killed the Lakers' title chances. Decision number 1. Hiring Mike Brown to replace Phil Jackson. We start when the Lakers were contenders. The Lakers were looking to make their 4th straight appearance in the NBA Finals, but came up short to the eventual champs, the Dallas Mavericks. Phil Jackson decided to retire after that season, and the consensus was that Brian Shaw would be taking over as head coach. He would continue to run the team and system as Phil did. The Lakers for some reason decided to hire Mike Brown, a defensive-minded coach that really didn't have an offense to run. The team would have its ups and downs, and this would eventually lead to his firing. Decision number 2. David Stern vetoes Chris Paul trade. This one really pissed off Laker fans and set the franchise back years. Back in 2011, the NBA was in a lockout-shortened year. Once the lockout ended, the Lakers had a 3-team trade in place that would have the Lakers acquire Chris Paul while giving up Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom. But because the New Orleans Hornets did not have a team owner at the time, the owner would be considered David Stern, the NBA commissioner. Being that one of the main points of the NBA lockout was to have a competitive balance in the league and have smaller market teams be more competitive while preventing the big market teams from not loading up with talent, David Stern decided to veto the trade. David Stern prevented the first move in having the Lakers become a contender again. After the Chris Paul trade, the Lakers' next move was to trade for Dwight Howard, which eventually happened. That would have created a big three of Kobe, CP3, and Dwight. Instead, the Lakers brought back all the players involved in the trade, including Lamar Odom, who the Lakers would eventually have to trade for a second-round pick because he felt disrespected. So they gave him up for nothing. David Stern vetoing that trade set the Lakers back years. They would have been competitive and maybe won another title. Kobe would have had 6 rings, and the Lakers would have been tied with the Celtics for all-time championships. Decision number 3. Hiring Mike D'Antoni instead of Phil Jackson. As mentioned, the Lakers did end up acquiring Dwight Howard, and they also acquired Steve Nash. The Lakers were viewed as a super team, having those 2 talents plus Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol still on the team, and were favorites to get back to the NBA Finals. Mike Brown was still head coach at the time, and as mentioned earlier, he did not have an offense to run for all this talent. The Lakers decided to fire him early in the season and had the opportunity to hire Phil Jackson. They interviewed Phil, and both sides decided to meet again for a final decision. Problem is, before they were able to meet again to make a final decision on Phil, they decided to hire Mike D'Antoni, another coach that only pays attention to one side of the ball. This decision had a domino effect as the team struggled. It makes you wonder what that team would have been capable of if Phil Jackson was given the job. I definitely think the season would have went differently. Decision number 4. Not trading Dwight Howard before he became a free agent. This decision was one of the domino effects of not hiring Phil Jackson. Hiring Mike D'Antoni, who runs a perimeter-oriented offense, made Dwight feel disrespected. Dwight stated publicly that he wanted to play for Phil Jackson, yet the Lakers still hired D'Antoni. Throughout that season, Dwight was not used to his full potential. Dwight was viewed as the cornerstone of the franchise, the guy who would take over once Kobe Bryant retired. The Lakers saw that the team was struggling and that Dwight was unhappy. They should have traded him before the trade deadline rather than have him walk in the summer and get nothing in return for him. The Lakers were cocky and felt, why would he leave LA? It's LA. Who wouldn't want to be here? They weren't able to view the situation from Dwight's point of view, which ultimately led to him leaving the team that summer. Decision number 5. Overplaying Kobe Bryant, which led to his Achilles tear. Overplaying Kobe was another domino effect of not hiring Phil Jackson. If Phil was in charge of the team, he would have put Kobe on a minutes restriction. Because the Lakers were struggling under Mike D'Antoni, Kobe decided to take over. He was playing well for a player at that age and managed to help the team have a winning record by the end of the year. However, by the end of the season, his body was beat up. Seeing that D'Antoni had no control of the team, including Kobe's playing time, Kobe developed a number of different injuries, including a sprained ankle he would get injections for. Some say these injections led to his Achilles tear. Kobe was averaging 27 points per game on 38 minutes a game at the age of 34. This injury pretty much ended his career, and he was never the same again. Decision number 6. Giving Kobe Bryant his $48 million contract extension. This decision created a lot of debate with the media and Laker fans. Some say Kobe deserved the money. Others say it was selfish. In my opinion, Kobe did deserve the money. He probably knew that the team was not going to go anywhere, and at that point, he took the deal. I don't blame Kobe for taking the money. If someone hands me $48 million, am I going to say no? No thank you? The problem was on the Lakers' end. Kobe was still recovering from the Achilles injury, so they had no idea what Kobe would look like when he got back. Like I said, Kobe deserved it. But the Lakers giving Kobe the deal ate up most of their cap space, leaving the Lakers in a bad situation cap space-wise. They were able to only sign one max player, and that wouldn't be enough to win a title. Free agents knew that, and no stars signed in LA at that point. The Lakers knew giving Kobe that deal would put them in a bad position moving forward. A place where they're kind of stuck and can't really make any moves other than draft well. This wasn't the only reason players weren't coming to LA. And finally, decision number 7. Having Jim Buss continue to run basketball operations. Having Jim Buss run the team has literally run the team into the ground. When the late great Dr. Jerry Buss passed away, Jim was given the power of basketball operations. Since then, the Lakers have gotten worse and worse every year. They have not been competitive and have continued to dwindle up to this point. He also added a stipulation where if the team is not competitive after 3 years of him running the team, he would step down. I don't know exactly which year this stipulation began, as it has been over 3 years since he took over. He should have already stepped down. He's clearly not built for this and should find a different profession. The Lakers continue to be bad and still can't sign a major free agent due to his stupidity. During free agent meetings with LaMarcus Aldridge and other star talent such as Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard, all these players claim the team tried to sell them on the city and entertainment opportunities, not on basketball. Kevin Durant didn't even take a meeting with the Lakers, and that was a player the Lakers were targeting. The team has some improvements, but as a Laker fan, we don't look for playoff appearances or division titles and minor improvements. We're about rings. We're about championships. Nothing else. That's what the Lakers stand for. A winning organization. A winning aura. We've lost that in the last few years. Jim Buss and the Laker decision-making has been the reason for this change. Their decision-making has left the Lakers in shambles, with a legend having his last years in the NBA be mediocre and uneventful, being more about where he is on the scoring list rather than being competitive and winning. A perfect example is how Tim Duncan went out versus how Kobe Bryant went out. It's a shame how Kobe went out, because he deserves better. Laker fans deserve better. The Lakers franchise deserve better. So that's it. Disagree with me? Let the debate begin in the comments below. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want. It'd be cool. Just saying. This has been a basketball public service announcement, and I'm out. Peace.
These is facts, bruh.